Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Let us chant one round of japa with Srila Prabhupada. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gaurvani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवत्युत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्ठिकी। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिन्निति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय। श्रीमद् भगवत गीता एज इट इज की जय। श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। समवेत गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। Hare Krishna, dear devotees, welcome to today's Srimad Bhagavatam for all session. Let's recite Bhagavad Gita shloka. We are reciting from Srimad Bhagavad Gita as it is, chapter 14, text 4. And if anyone needs to go first, you can please raise your hand. Priyanka Haripriya Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All Guru Shri Prabhupada.
Please accept my obeisances, Mataji. All glories to Srila Prabhupada.
Sarvyoneshu Kaunteya Murtayah Sambhavanti Yaha Tasam Brahma Mahadyonir Aham Bija Pradaha Pita. It should be understood that all species of life, O son of Kunti, are made possible by birth in this material nature, and that I am the seed-giving father.
Yes, thank you. Narsimhalila Chaitanya Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Mataji, then Lord's Pranam Shri Prabhupada.
Dandat Pranam Prabhuji. All glories to Srila Prabhupada.
Sarvayonishu Kaunteya Murtaya Sambhavanti Yaha Tasam Brahma Mahat Yonir Aham Bija Pradapita. Translation by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. It should be understood that all species of life, O son of Kunti, are made possible by birth in this material nature, and that I am the seed-giving father. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Sarvayonishu Kaunteya Murtaya Sambhavantiya Tasham Brahma Mahadyonir Aham Bija Pradapita. Translation. It should be understood that all species of life, O son of Kunti, are made possible by birth in this material nature, and that I am the seed-giving father. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
That's it.
Okay. Okay, so we'll just go in order now. Aditi Lata Mataji, Arunita. Not ready. Inba, Inya, Jai Shri Mataji, Jai Ganesh Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dhanavad Pranam all Goshashi.
Dhanavad Pranam Prabhuji, Jai Shri Prabhupada.
Sarvayonishu Kaunteya Murtaya Sambhavantiya Tasam Brahma Mahadyonir Aham Bija Pradapita. Translation all Goshashi. It should be understood that all species of life, O son of Kunti, are made possible by birth in this material nature, and that I am the seed-giving father. Mataji, others will go last.
Later, okay. Isha. Not ready. Madhava.
Sarvayonishu Kaunteya Murtaya Sambhavantiya Tasam Brahma Mahadyonir Aham Bija Pradapita. It should be understood that all species of life, also of Kunti, are made possible by birth in this material nature, that I am the seed-giving father.
Yeah. Rasapriya.
Sarvayonishu Kaunteya Murtaya Sambhavantiya Tasam Brahma Mahadyonir Aham Bija Pradapita. It should be understood that all species of life, also of Kunti, are made possible by birth in this material nature, and that I am the seed-giving father.
Okay. Next. Joya Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada.
Please accept my humble obeisances, Mataji. All glories to Srila Prabhupada.
Sarvayanishu Kantaye Murtaya Sambhavantiya Tasham Brahma Mahadyonir Aham Bija Pradapita. It should be understood that all species of life, O son of Kunti, are made possible by birth in this material nature, and that I am the seed-giving father.
Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Okay, so anyone else? I can recite in the meanwhile. Srimad Bhagavad Gita as it is, chapter 14, text 4. Sarvayonishu kaunteya murtayah sambhavantiyah tasam brahma mahadyonir aham bija pradapita. It should be understood that all species of life are made possible by birth in this material nature, and that I am the seed-giving Father. Yeah, Isha. Yes, thank you. I forgot, O son of Kunti. Yes, Inba Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
सर्वयोनिषु कौन्तेय मूर्तया सम्भवन्ति याः तासां ब्रह्म महद्योनिरहं बीजप्रदः पिता. Translation: It should be understood that all species of life, O son of Kunti, are made possible by birth in this material nature, and that I am the seed-giving father.
Inya.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Sarvayonishu kaunteya murtaya sambhavanti ya tasam brahma mahadyonir aham bija pradapita. It should be understood that all species of life, O son of Kunti, are made possible by birth in this material nature, and that I am the seed-giving father.
Mataji is there?
No, Mataji.
Okay. Anyone else? Aditi Lata Mataji and Arunita? Shall we go to Srimad Bhagavatam then? Okay. Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 1, The Advent of Lord Krishna, Introduction. So all the Bhumi Devi went to Lord Brahma. Lord Brahma took Bhumi Devi, who was in the form of a cow, along with all the demigods, to the shore of the ocean of milk, and there they chanted the Purusha Sukta prayers with great attention, and Lord Brahma heard the voice of Kshirodakashayi Vishnu in his meditation in trance, and then he repeated the words exactly as they were spoken. He just repeated the same to the demigods. So the other demigods were not able to hear, only Lord Brahma heard, so now he's repeating. And before repeating, he told them that I'm going to repeat the order of the Purusha, Kshirodakashayi Vishnu. After hearing it, all of you must execute that order as soon as possible without delay. And then from text 22 onwards, we heard what that order was. The first one was that the Lord, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, was aware of the situation even before you came to petition. He was aware of the suffering of the earth. So all of you demigods must take birth in the family of the Yadus. And for as long as the Supreme Lord is on this earth, moving on this earth, reducing the burden of the earth by his own potencies. So for as long as the Lord is doing this on the earth, all of you demigods must also be there to assist him. So this was the first order. And the second verse said, the next verse said that the Supreme Personality of Godhead is going to appear in the home of Vasudeva. So in order to please him, all the demigods, the demigods' wives must also take birth in these families. So when it is said Yadu dynasty, we understand Yadu dynasty and Kuru dynasty. So we discussed that elaborately in the past couple of classes, what the Surastriya means. Now today we will do the next verse. So totally there are 4 verses which comprise the order given by Kshirodakashayi Vishnu. So we covered 2 verses so far, 2 more are remaining. So let's read the next verse. Do you remember who's supposed to read today?
I read last Mataji, this Suraistriya perfect.
You read, huh? Okay, good.
Yeah.
So then the next person. So Roya Mataji will read today. Let me read the verse. This is Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 1. Sorry, Canto 10, Chapter 1, Text 24. Vasudeva Kalanantaha Sahasravadana Swarat Agrato Bhavita Devo Hare Priya Chikirshaya. So, can you please read the translation?
Sure. The foremost manifestation of Krishna is Shankarshana, who is also known as Ananta. He is the origin of all incarnations within this material world. Previous to the appearance of Lord Krishna, this original Shankarshana will appear as Baladeva just to please the Supreme Lord Krishna in his transcendental pastimes.
Thank you. So next is Aditi Lata Mataji. Inba.
Yes, Mataji.
Purport.
Sri Baladeva is the Supreme Personality of Godhead himself. He is an equal in supremacy to the Supreme Godhead. Yet, whenever Krishna appears, Sri Baladeva appears as his brother, sometimes elder and sometimes younger. When Krishna appears, all his plenary expansions and other incarnations appear with him. This is elaborately explained in Chaitanya Charitamrita. This time, Baladeva would appear before Krishna as Krishna's elder brother.
So, Vasudeva Kala Anantaha. Vasudeva Kala. Kala means what? You have Amsha and you have Kala. So, Amsha means a portion. Kala means lesser than Amsha. That means Amsha would have more potency as compared to Kala. Of course, here that's not the point anyway. I just said that Kala part, but here Vasudeva Kala means he's a portion. Vasudeva Kala Anantaha. So this Ananta, who is Ananta? Ananta is a Kala of Vasudeva. Okay, he's a portion, he's Amsha of just give me 1 second. One second. So what this is Kshirodakshaya Vishnu speaking. So first Kshirodakshaya Vishnu said, all of you demigods must take birth in the Yadu dynasty. Then the wives of the demigods must also take birth. That was said. And now the Lord's elder brother Balaram is going to appear. So that's what this verse is saying. 1 second. I'm sorry. Okay. So Vasudeva Kala Anantaha. Anantaha Sahasravadana. Sahasravadana means many thousands of heads, faces, or many thousands of hoods. So Lord Vasudev's plenary expansion is also going to appear. That's the point. So this verse is saying, Vasudeva Kalanantaha Sahasra Vadanaha Swarat. Okay? Swarat. So this word Swarat is explained by Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. Swarat. Generally in first canto, first verse, first chapter, first verse, there also it is said, Janmadhyasya yatonvayaditaratas charthesh abhigya Swarat. So Swarat means independent, right? But here a different meaning is derived by Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. So Swarat. Swa means Svenaiva, means his own. Svenaiva Bhrata, his own what? His own brother. And Rat means Rajate or shines. So the one who shines as his own brother is going to appear. So first who's going to appear? The Lord's plenary portion whose Lord's plenary portion whose kala is Ananta, and Ananta has 1,000 faces. Okay, 1,000 faces, Ananta Sesh. And he shines as the Lord's own brother. Okay, that's the first two lines. Vasudeva Kalanantaha Sahasravadanaha Swarat Agrato. How do we know that we are talking about Baladev Agrato? Because he came before Krishna, he is older to Krishna. Agrato Bhavita Devo Hare Priya Chikirshaya. Agrato Bhavita. Agrata means previously. He will appear before Krishna. Deva here means Krishna. Agrato Bhavita means he will appear before the Lord. Which Lord? Here we are talking about Krishna. He will appear before Krishna. Harehe Priya Chikirshaya. Chikirshaya means Priya Chikirshaya. For the sake of pleasing pleasing Krishna. He will appear before Krishna. So Krishna Deva is also Krishna, Hari is also Krishna. So this plenary expansion of the Lord, who actually shines as the Lord's own brother, and whose kala is the thousand-faced Anantasesh, right? He is going to appear before Krishna. That means he'll come as the elder brother of Krishna. Why he is appearing like that? With the desire to act for the pleasure of the Lord, like that. Okay. So the foremost manifestation of Krishna is Sankarshan. So you know Baladev, Lord Balaram, right? The foremost manifestation of Krishna is Sankarshan, who is known as Ananta. So his expansion is Ananta. He is the origin of all incarnations within this material world. Yes. So from Balaram, you have the first Chaturvyuha, Vasudev, Sankarshan, Pradyumna, Aniruddha. Then from the Sankarshan of this Chaturvyuha, Lord Narayan expands, and from Lord Narayan, so that is in the next level, Vaikuntha level. And from Narayan, again there is another Chaturvyuha, the second Chaturvyuha of Vasudev, Sankarshan, Pradyumna, Aniruddha. So this Sankarshan expands as Mahasankarshan, and then he expands as Mahavishnu, Karanodakashayi Vishnu, then Garbhodakashayi Vishnu. This Garbhodakashayi Vishnu is the seed of all the incarnations that come. So that means from Garbhodakashayi Vishnu you get Lord Brahma, then Kshirodakashayi Vishnu, then from Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva comes. From Kshirodakashayi Vishnu, all the other avatars, Manvantara avatars, Leela avatars, Yuga avatars, Shaktiavesh avatars, they're all coming through Kshirodakashayi Vishnu. So who is the seed? Garbhodakashayi Vishnu is the seed from whom all incarnations are coming. And this Garbhodakashayi Vishnu is expanding from whom? Like that. You go back and they're coming from Lord Balaram, who is also known as Ananta, the thousand-faced Ananta. So this Balaram is going to appear before Krishna as the elder brother of Krishna. This original Sankarshan will appear as Baladev, and why he is appearing? Just to please the Supreme Lord Krishna in his transcendental pastimes. Okay? And purport is, Sri Baladev is the Supreme Personality of Godhead himself. He is equal in supremacy to the Supreme Godhead. Yet, wherever Krishna appears, Sri Baladev appears as his brother. You see, often Srila Prabhupada, you will hear in Srila Prabhupada's lectures, the impersonalists are very eager to become one with the Lord, or rather they want to become the Lord, isn't it? They want to merge into the Lord and become one with the Lord. But what is the fun in becoming one with the Lord? The devotees, they become, Srila Prabhupada says, they become the father of the Lord. They become the master of the Lord. They can control the Lord. Or they can become the friend of the Lord. Or there is a relationship. Even the Supreme Lord himself hankers, craves for this relationship with himself. So here in the purport, Srila Prabhupada is saying Lord Balaram is non-different from Krishna. He is the Supreme Lord himself, but he always appears as the brother of Krishna. Why? Because in that role, he likes to render various services to the Lord. That's why Lord Balaram is called the Supreme Servant God, Servitor God. He is God in the role of a servitor. And he serves the Lord in different rasas. He serves as the Lord's in the form of Anantasesh. He's serving in Dasyaras, but also when Anantasesh further expands as the different paraphernalia, as the shoes of the Lord, his his umbrella, everything about him, all his paraphernalia is actually expansion of Lord Ananta. So that is in Shantaras. Then in Dasyaras also he is serving as a servant. Anantasesh, as a servant he is serving. As Sakyaras, you have Lord Balaram serving as a, with other cowherd boyfriends. In Sakyaras, he's serving Krishna. Also Lakshman serving Lord Ramchandra, also like that. But Lord Balaram, Lakshman is an expansion of Lord Balaram. So Lord Balaram is serving in Sakyaras. He's serving in Vatsalya Ras. Vatsalya Ras means parental affection. How? Because he's the elder brother. He's always protective of Krishna, looking out for him. So in parental affection, he's serving Krishna. And even in Madhurya Ras, conjugal love also he serves Krishna. How? Lord Balaram's internal energy is Ananga Manjari. So as an Ananga Manjari is the younger sister of Srimati Radharani. So she is assisting Srimati Radharani in her conjugal affairs with Krishna. So in this way, Lord Balaram, through his internal energy, is also serving Krishna in conjugal relationship. So he is very eager to render service to Krishna, although he is the Supreme Lord himself. So this is Lord Balaram. So Srila Prabhupada is saying here in the purport that Sri Baladev is the Supreme Personality of Godhead himself. He is equal in supremacy to the Supreme Godhead. Yet, wherever Krishna appears, Sri Baladev appears as his brother, sometimes elder and sometimes younger. In the case of Lord Ramchandra's pastimes, Lord Balaram appears as a younger brother, Lakshman. When Krishna appears, all his plenary expansions and other incarnations appear with him. This is elaborately explained in Chaitanya Charitamrita. This time, Baladev would appear before Krishna as Krishna's elder brother. Okay, just some more points from Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur's commentary. So, I told you, Swarat means one who shines along with his own brother Krishna. So here we are talking about Balaram. Swarat means Balaram who shines along with his own brother Krishna. So here why we are taking Baladev, although do you see in the shloka the word Baladev is given? No, right? Baladev is not mentioned. But still we are taking Baladev because it says Agrato Bhavita, one who appeared, who will appear before him. So who appeared before Krishna? Balaram only appeared. That's how we understand that this verse is talking about Baladev. He appeared before Krishna as the elder brother of Lord Krishna. Then also Sahasra Vadana. Sahasra Vadana means thousand-faced. Who is thousand-faced? Anantasesh. And this Anantasesh is a Kala, right? He is a part and parcel of Baladev. So Baladev, so here in this verse when it says, let me share this. In the verse when it says, Kalanantaha. Kalananta means Baladev in his expansion appears as the thousand-faced Anantasesh. And so this is here, the subject matter is Baladev. Baladev as his expansion, Kala, appears as Ananta, the thousand-faced Ananta. Baladev shines with his own brother Krishna, and Baladev will appear before Lord Krishna, and Baladev will appear with the desire to give pleasure to Krishna by his activities. Okay? Yeah. So when it is said that in the purport Srila Prabhupada is saying, right, that the first expansion of Krishna is Baladev. Original is Krishna and his first expansion is Baladev. And this Baladev is the root of all expansions or all colors of Krishna. So Krishna is 100 complete manifestation of absolute truth, and the remaining are all portions of the original. Of course, about Baladev, Srila Prabhupada said, when you speak about Vishnu Tattvas, it is said that Lord Krishna is 100% and Vishnu Tattvas are at most 93%. But about Lord Baladev, no difference between Krishna and Baladev. Srila Prabhupada says, the only difference is Krishna is black and Baladev is white. But in terms of their mood, Krishna is the supreme enjoyer. Baladev is also the supreme enjoyer. He also has his own devotees. He has, devotees who serve him in different rasas, as servants, as friends, cowherd boyfriends in Sakyarasa. He has his own group of cowherd boys. He has his own group of gopis who serve him in conjugal love. And he has, Vatsalya, like Rohini. He has, his devotees who serve him in parental affection. Nevertheless, his mood towards Krishna is he's always in the role of a servitor to Krishna. So he is the supreme personality of Godhead. He is the supreme enjoyer. But in addition to that, he relishes the mood of serving Krishna in love. This is as a servitor. That's why he's the supreme servitor Godhead. That's Lord Baladev. Now let's go to the next verse. So here, Kshirodakashayi Vishnu is telling all the demigods, he's telling all the demigods through Lord Brahma, he's conveying that Lord Baladev is going to appear before Krishna. Like that. So first you demigods take birth in the Yadu dynasty, then the demigods' wives, or you can also take as the Lakshmis, they should also appear in the Yadu dynasty. Now Lord Baladev is going to appear before Krishna. Next verse. So Isha read, right? Oh no, Inba read. So yeah, Inba read. So Inya. Vishnor Bhagavati Yaya Sammohitam Jagat Adishta Prabhunamshena Karyarthe Sambhavishyati. Yes, Inya.
Yes, Mataji. The potency of the Lord, known as Vishnu Maya, who is as good as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, will also appear with Lord Krishna. This potency, acting in different capacities, captivates all the worlds, both material and spiritual. At the request of her master, she will appear with her different potencies in order to execute the work of the Lord.
Yeah. There's a big purport. So, Jai Ganesh Prabhu, you can read the first paragraph.
Parashya Sakti Vividaiva Shuruyate. Shveteshvara Upanishad 6.8. In the Vedas, it is said that the potencies of the Supreme Personality of Godhead are called by different names, such as Yogamaya and Mahamaya. Ultimately, however, the Lord's potency is one, exactly as electric potency is one, although it can act both to cool and to heat. The Lord's potency acts in both the spiritual and the material worlds. In the spiritual world, the Lord's potency works as Yogamaya, and in the material world, the same potency works as Mahamaya, exactly as electricity works in both a heater and a cooler. In the material world, this potency working as Mahamaya acts upon the conditioned souls to deprive them more and more of devotional service. It is said, Yaya sammohito jiva atmanam trigunatmakam. In the material world, the conditioned soul thinks of himself as a product of Triguna, the three modes of material nature. This is the bodily conception of life. Because of associating with the three gunas of the material potency, everyone identifies himself with this body. Someone is thinking he is a Brahmana, someone a Kshatriya, and someone a Vaishya or Sudra. Actually, however, one is neither a Brahmana, a Kshatriya, a Vaishya, nor a Sudra. One is part and parcel of the Supreme Lord, Mamai Vamshaha. But because of being covered by the material energy, Mahamaya, one identifies himself in three different ways. When the conditioned soul becomes liberated, however, he thinks himself an eternal servant of Krishna. Jivera Shwarupa Hoy, Krishnera Nityadas. when he comes to this, when he comes to that position, the same potency acting as Yoga Maya increasingly helps him become purified and devote his energy to the service of the Lord.
Thank you, Babuji. Next, Jayashree Mataji is there.
She is not available.
Isha.
In either case, whether the soul is conditioned or liberated, the Lord is supreme. As stated in Bhagavad Gita 9.10, Maya Dakshina Prakriti means Tesa Teraja. It is by the order of the Supreme Personality of Godhead that the material energy, Mahamaya, works upon the conditioned soul. Prakriti Kriyamana Ni Panaya Karnani Salashaha Bhagavani Atma Gaitahum Yati. The bewildered spirit soul, under the influence of the three modes of material nature, thinks himself to be the doer of activities which are in actuality carried out by nature. Bhagavad Gita 3.27. Within conditioned life, no one has freedom, but because one is bewildered, being subject to the rule of Mahamaya, one foolishly thinks himself independent. Ahankara Vimindhatma Kaitaham Utinayate. But when the conditioned soul becomes liberated by executing devotional service, he is given a greater and greater chance to relish a relationship with the Supreme Personality of Godhead in different transcendental statuses, such as Dasi Rasa, Sakya Rasa, Vatsalya Rasa, and Mathurya Rasa.
Madhava. Next purport.
Thus the Lord's potency, Vishnu Maya, Vishnu features.
Avaranika and Unmukha.
Anika and Umbaka. When the Lord appeared, his potency came with him and acted in different ways. She acted as Yoga Maya with Yashoda, Devaki, and other individuals of the Lord, and she acted in a different way with Kamsa, Salva, and other Asuras. By the order of Lord Krishna, his potency Yoga Maya came with him and exhibited different activities according to the time and circumstances.
Karyarthe Sambhavish.
Yoga Maya acted differently to execute different purposes desired by the Lord, as confirmed in Bhagavad Gita 9.13. Mahatma Nastuma Partha Daivam Prakriti Nasata. The Mahatmas who fully surrendered to the lotus feet of the Lord are directed by Yoga Maya, whereas the Duratmas, those who are devoid of all samsaras, are directed by Mahamaya.
So this verse is a very important verse and it has an elaborate commentary. Just one more, we won't discuss the verse today but we read the purport. We'll do the discussion tomorrow. And this is the fourth and the last verse, which is spoken by Kshirodakashaya Vishnu to Lord Brahma, and then it is conveyed by Lord Brahma to the demigods. So once again, first the Lord asked all the demigods. First of all, he said that the Lord is aware of the problem and that while he is going to, for as long as he is going to move on this earth, you demigods must assist him. So for that, you should all take birth in the family of the Yadus, Yadu dynasty, Kuru dynasty, like that. And then the next verse said, the Lord is going to appear. He is going to appear as the son of Vasudeva. So all the demigods' wives should also appear to please him, like that. After that, Lord Balaram is going to appear before Krishna. Why he is going to appear? With a desire to perform activities for his pleasure, for Krishna's pleasure. Now the last one is saying, this is the verse. Let's just discuss the Sanskrit verse and then we'll begin. So Vishnur Maya means Vishnu's Maya. Okay. Vishnu's Maya, Bhagavati. So she's this Vishnu's Maya who is as good as Bhagavan. Therefore, she is known as Bhagavati. Okay, Vishnu's Maya is Bhagavati because she's as good as Bhagavan. Vishnu's Maya, Yaya Sammohitam Jagat. By whom, that means by this Vishnu Maya, by whom this Jagat, this universe, or this creation, everyone in this creation is Sammohitam, is completely captivated. Okay? Sammohitam, bewildered. Vishnu's Maya, who is known as Bhagavati, or by Vishnu's Maya, known as Bhagavati, this whole creation is bewildered. So, what about this Vishnu's Maya? Adishta Prabhunam Shena. Adishta. Adishta means he ordered. Okay? The Lord ordered. There is Adishta. Adishta. So she was ordered by who? Prabhu. Prabhu means, again here we are talking of Krishna. Adishta Prabhu na Amshena. Amshena means an expansion, one amsha, a portion of who? Of this Maya. This Vishnu Maya, a portion of her karyarthe sambhavishyati. So she is also going to appear. Okay, karyarthe means for some business, for some karya, to do some business. She will also sambhavishyati. She is also going to appear. So we already saw Krishna is going to appear and Lord Balaram is going to appear. But also along with Krishna, his Maya, Vishnu Maya, is going to appear, and she's going to appear, we will see Amsha. Her Amsha will also come. And why she's coming? Being ordered by the Lord. Karyarthe, for some business, to carry out some business. She's going to come. And by her, this whole creation is put into bewilderment, is bewildered. Okay? Now, yeah, it's already 5:30, so maybe I should stop here. A little bit, maybe I'll explain a little bit. We won't do the whole thing, but part of it. Okay. This, if you interpret it like this verse, that the Lord's Maya is going to appear. The Lord's Maya, which bewilders the entire creation, is being ordered by the Lord. And to fulfill his order, she will also appear and bewilder the creation. Okay? If you understand it like this, is there a problem? So now we are discussing Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur's commentary. So if you say that the Lord's Maya, who bewilders the entire creation, being ordered by the Lord, will appear along with her Amsha. Is there a problem? Okay, let me tell you one thing here. Amsha, so no, there are two Mayas that we should know. Actually, there's three, but let's say for now there's two Mayas. One is Yoga Maya and the other is Mahamaya. So here, the Lord's Maya, who is as good as him, who is this? Is it Yoga Maya or Mahamaya? Bhagavati. Huh? Yoga Maya. So, the Lord's Vishnu Maya, Bhagavati, by whom the whole creation is bewildered. Who bewilders the whole creation? Huh? Mahamaya, right? Being ordered by the Lord, appears along with her Amsha. So the meaning is changing. What is the meaning here? Vishnu Maya, who bewilders the whole creation, is ordered by the Lord, and then she is coming along with her Amsha. So here the meaning of this verse becomes Yogamaya is ordered by the Lord, and Yogamaya is the one that's bewildering the whole material creation. This is not correct. We cannot interpret like that. So therefore, we should not interpret like this. So then how should we interpret? The way we should interpret it is like this. That again, Vishnu Maya only. Vishnu Maya. Yaya sammohitam jagat, by which this jagat is bewildered. That means the Maya, that we are not in. The next one. Yoga Maya, this Vishnu Maya is Yoga Maya, and Yoga Maya is appearing along with her expansion or along with her portion called Mahamaya, where this Mahamaya bewilders the whole creation. This Yoga Maya being ordered by her Prabhu, ordered by Krishna, she will appear along with her Amsha, the Mahamaya, where this Mahamaya bewilders the Jagat. Like that you should interpret. You understand the slight difference? If you say that Vishnu Maya, whose Amsha is Mahamaya. So this Vishnu Maya being ordered by the Supreme Lord will appear along with her expansion or along with her Amsha, Mahamaya, where this expansion, where this Amsha, Mahamaya, will bewilder the whole Jagat. Is it okay? Are you understanding, or should I just skip this technical part? We can just skip also. Just read the purport and go. Huh? Kind of? Can't hear. You're kind of understanding. Okay? Okay. So if you want me to skip, just let me know and I'll skip this part. It's up to you. Just raise your hand and okay. So maybe we can stop here for now. Just those 2 points I said. There's a little bit more explanation. Mainly, there's 2 Mayas. So that's what you should understand. There is Yoga Maya and there's Mahamaya. And this Mahamaya is Amsha of Yoga Maya. That's the main point you should understand. And Yoga Maya's function is different. Mahamaya's function is different. Yoga Maya's influence is on the devotees of the Lord. Those who are devotees, those who have love for Krishna, his associates. Yoga Maya acts on them. Mahamaya acts on the enemies of Krishna's devotees. So that we will discuss tomorrow. How it's the same person, Yogamaya, and her expansion is Mahamaya, and Yogamaya's function is different, Mahamaya's function is different. And what you should understand is both these Mayas will appear along with the Lord. Yogamaya will also appear, Mahamaya will also appear to carry out the Lord's business. He has some business here. So both of them are going to come. What exactly are their roles? That we will see tomorrow. Okay. So we'll stop here. Let's read Bhagavad Gita now. So we finished reading this purport. Just we need to discuss a little bit more and then we'll go to the next verse tomorrow. Okay. Srimad Bhagavad Gita as it is, chapter 2, text 19. So you remember yesterday's verse? What was yesterday's verse? 218. Antavanta ime deha nityasyokta sharirana anashina pramayasya. Again, the theme is the same, that the soul is eternal and the body is temporary. In various ways, Krishna is explaining that. So today's verse 219, please repeat. Ya enam vetti hantaram yaschainam manyate hatam ubhau tau na vijanito nayam hanti na hanyate. Neither he who thinks the living entity the slayer, nor he who thinks it slain, is in knowledge. For the self slays not, nor is slain. So what do you understand from this? One who thinks that the spirit soul is killed by someone, he's dead, he's killed, he is also not in knowledge, nor the person who thinks that a spirit soul can kill someone. The spirit soul can neither be killed by someone, nor can it kill anyone, because spirit cannot be killed. Spirit is eternal. So neither he who thinks the living entity the slayer, nor he who thinks it slain is in knowledge, for the self slays not, nor is slain. After telling us in the previous couple of verses that the body cannot be preserved, cannot be protected, the body has to be destroyed at some point. On the contrary, the soul can never be killed. The soul has no death. The soul is eternal. The soul is indestructible. So, but if anyone thinks that the soul is also destroyed, or that the soul is destroying someone else, then such a person is not in knowledge. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. When an embodied living entity is hurt, embodied means soul who is inside a body, the condition. When an embodied living entity is hurt by fatal weapons, it is to be known that the living entity within the body is not killed. So we see somebody is attacked and somebody is killed with weapons. We should understand that the spirit soul inside cannot be killed. It's not the spirit soul who's killed. The spirit soul is so small that it is impossible to kill him by any material weapon, as will be evident from subsequent verses. We saw that already. It's so small you cannot even measure what is the width and length and height of that soul. So tiny. If you can't even see him, how you can kill him? So it is impossible to kill the spirit soul by any material weapons. Nor is the living entity killable because of his spiritual constitution. Not only because of the size, but also, see, matter cannot even touch spirit. What to speak of killing spirit? Besides, spirit is eternal. Sat means eternal. It never ends. It never dies. It never stops to exist. Spirit never stops to exist. The spirit soul is eternally living. That's the constitution of the spirit soul. So for these two reasons, one cannot kill the soul because, first of all, for you to kill your enemy, you should locate where the enemy is. Then only you'll kill. You cannot even see where the spirit soul is because it is so small. Nobody can even see. No one can find out where it is. That is why in the previous purport, Srila Prabhupada said, they say there is no soul because they are not able to see. Even with their most powerful microscopes, they cannot find where the soul is. So if you cannot even see how someone can kill, that's one argument. And the other one is, it is spiritual. Spiritual means it is eternal. It cannot be killed. Okay? So because of its spiritual constitution and also because of its minute size, it is not possible for the spirit soul to be killed. But still you see someone is attacked with weapons and the person dies. So what is killed? Who is killed? What is killed or is supposed to be killed is the body only. Okay, but then just see such a wonderful science it is. But if you think about it, the body is already dead. The body is never living. The body is never living. What makes the body appear to be living is consciousness. When I pinch my hand here, I feel I'm conscious. So as long as there is consciousness, you think a person is living. But consciousness is not the quality of the body. The composition of the body is matter. It is made with water, earth, flesh, earth, water, fire, air, ether, mind, intelligence, ego. All this is matter. So the body is never living. Still, when somebody is attacked with weapons, we think, so we understand the soul cannot be killed, but still we see that the person is dead. Dead means what? You don't see any consciousness in the person anymore. This consciousness is whose quality? Is it the quality of the body? No, it's not. Consciousness is the quality of the spirit soul. So the spirit soul is never killed. It cannot be killed because of its spiritual constitution. And the body is already dead. But still, when someone is attacked with lethal weapons, it appears that he is killed. So what is killed? It is supposed to be the body. But in reality, even the body is also not killed. Okay, Priyanka Mataji is asking something. Since sound is so small, then can't one argue that it has to be formless sound? Mataji, which sound? You mean, can you just speak? You mean soul? Okay. Since soul is so small, then can't one argue that it has to be formless? That is material calculation. That when something is so small, then it cannot have form. That is material calculation. Because from our material experience, we say that the point has no width and no breadth and no height. Why we say that? Because I am not able to measure it. Just because I am not able to measure it, therefore it doesn't exist. This is nothing but arrogance, isn't it? It's like, if I don't see what's behind that wall, I don't accept that there is anything there. Just because I don't see, it doesn't mean it's not there. Like that. So the spirit soul is, yes, it's very, very small, no doubt. So therefore it cannot have any form. How you can say that? Because I don't see, therefore I say it has no form. Just like, my experience is in fire, nobody can live, right? Because I cannot live in fire. So therefore I say, because I cannot live in fire, no one can live in fire. But that's not a fact. They say there's no life.
You got the point, Mataji.
You got the point. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
You also got the point. Okay. We also understand. Good.
She said thank you.
You're welcome. So like that. So yeah, it's to say that it is so small, therefore it cannot have form means it is actually, it's just arrogance, that's all. To say that because I'm not able to see, therefore it's not. No, we cannot say that. That is why pramana, proof of any knowledge, is scripture. If something is said in the scripture, again, scripture means what? There's also, that has to be proved, that what is scripture. Scripture should not be written by any human being like that. There are conditions for a scripture to be free from defects. And when a statement given in such a non-defective scripture, that is the authority. That is the pramana. You can accept that, regardless of whether that fits in your logic or not, whether your senses are able to perceive it or not, it doesn't matter. When something is said in the Veda, when something is said in the non-defective Shastra, scripture, that's the authority. Nobody can refute that authority. Nobody can refute that authority. Because if you refute that authority, then you have to bring another authority, and there is no such authority. There cannot be any authority superior than the Veda, because the conditions for the best authority are already set. And if you say, I don't accept your conditions for this authority, okay, then you set better conditions. Nobody will be able to do that. Nobody will be able to do that. It will all other, scriptures that are written by people, they will fall short of, coming to the topmost. And nobody will be able to disprove, or nobody will be able to reject the Vedas, saying that this is inferior. By logic, also they won't be able to actually reject. Then the only course remaining is to just surrender, accept the statements that are there in the Vedas. So therefore, if the Vedas tell us that the spirit soul is so small, but still it's a personality, then we just accept it. Again, as far as form, Mataji, the spirit soul, actually the form, the body grows on the spirit soul. So the body can be either material or spiritual. Material body grows using the material energy. Material body that we have, this material body is growing on the spirit soul. Similarly, when one goes to the spiritual world, the spiritual body also grows. But the spiritual body is composed of spiritual ingredients, Satchidananda. Whereas the material body is composed of material elements. So, whether the spirit soul, that minute particle spirit soul, has a particular form or not, that's not discussed. Because the form that we get depends on our consciousness. It depends on our consciousness. So, when you start doing pure devotional service, and as you start advancing in pure devotional service, when you come to the stage of Bhava Bhakti, Bhava, at that stage, your spiritual body it's like a newborn baby. It's in the budding stage. Your spiritual body just begins to grow. And then as you continue in your bhakti, that, like a bud blossoms into a flower, that body is growing gradually from, you can say like from infancy, it's growing. And then once you come to the stage of prema, it is in youth, prime youth, that spiritual body. Like fully developed, you can say. It's fully developed, your spiritual body. So what is this spiritual body made up of? The spiritual body is composed of the Swarupa Shakti, the internal energy, Swarupa Shakti. But the spirit soul, is the spirit soul internal energy or external energy? It is Tatastha, it is marginal. It is Tatastha Shakti. So on the spirit soul, the body grows on the spirit soul. So when you are under the influence of the external energy, then the body that grows in the spirit soul is material body. When you are under the influence of the internal energy, The body that grows in the spirit soul is spiritual body.
Yes, Mataji. This understanding help. That's perfect. Because I too think I mean, I didn't read it anywhere, but I would analyzing this way only. But still, I had this sometimes doubt that one can argue this thing also. So, but yeah, this is perfectly fine.
Okay.
That the spiritual bodies, it grows on the soul. So yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. And that is why spiritual bodies, it's the type of spiritual body that you get depends on your particular bhakti. So many factors are there. Your rasa, and where, like if you are a devotee of the Lord in Vaikuntha, then your body would be, like a Vaikuntha Vasi. You'll get a four-armed form like that. Or if you are a devotee of Lord Krishna, you would get you'll get the body of a gopi, or you'll get the body of a cowherd boy, or of a cow, or of a tree. It all depends on the relationship that you have with Krishna. And the type of relationship that you have with Krishna depends on the type of bhakti that you do, and the type of bhakti that you do depends on the type of association that you get. The type of devotees that you're associating with, that's the type of bhakti you will do, and based on that bhakti, that type of body is developed. So like that. Okay, let's continue. So we are reading Bhagavad Gita. So, what is killed or is supposed to be killed is the body only. Supposed to be killed is the body. This, however, does not at all encourage killing of the body. So you may say, oh, the soul is not killed, so we can kill the bodies, we can kill turkeys, right? And we can eat, because I'm not killing the soul. The soul has no death. After I kill the turkey, the soul will get another body. So I don't have to worry. Would you allow someone to kill your child also? You wouldn't, right? So that would be hypocrisy to say that, oh, it has no soul, so I'll kill. So you can kill anyone then. That's not right. That's not right. So the Prabhupada is saying, okay, the soul has no death. This, however, does not mean, it does not at all encourage killing of the body. The Vedic injunction is, Ma himsyat sarva bhutani. Never commit violence to anyone, because it gives pain. See, I am not this body, no doubt. I am a spirit soul, and spirit soul cannot be touched. So how anyone can give any pain to the spirit soul? But still, do I feel pain when someone cuts my hand? Of course I feel pain. And that I am not this body, and this hand has no life, it is dead already. But still I am feeling pain, even though I am spirit soul. Why I am feeling pain? I am feeling pain because I am in bodily consciousness. So anyone who is in bodily consciousness, he will feel pain. He will be terrified when you try to kill that person, and you're giving that pain to that living entity. And the scripture does not permit this. Violence to other living entities is not allowed in the scripture. The Vedic injunction is Ma himsyat sarva bhutani. Never commit violence to anyone. Nor does understanding that the living entity is not killed encourage animal slaughter, killing the body of anyone, right? Anyone, not just human beings. We think killing other human beings is murder. That is man-made law. Simply killing other human beings is murder, but if you kill animals and insects or whatever, that is not murder. From the Lord's law, it is, you are equally punishable. If you kill someone unnecessarily or for your own sense gratification, you are punishable. So, killing the body of anyone without authority. So there are certain exceptions, certain conditions where one may be authorized to kill, just like soldiers in a battle. When they kill, are they hanged by the government? No. On the contrary, they are given medals. They are rewarded for killing so many enemy soldiers. So that killing is authorized. But the same soldier, if he came home after the battle and if he just killed someone, his enemy, he's punishable. But even if he kills hundreds of people in battle, he's not punished. So sometimes there is authority, they're authorized to kill. That's different. Killing the body of anyone without authority is abominable and is punishable by the law of the state as well as by the law of the Lord. Arjun, however, is being engaged in killing for the principle of religion and not whimsically. So in Arjun's case, he's on the battlefield, he's expected to fight and kill. So for him, there is no sin. So one of Arjun's arguments for not fighting was that he would incur sin. He would incur sin by killing his grandfather, his teacher, his other relatives. Krishna is saying, no, you won't incur any sin because this is Dharma Yuddha. This battle is being fought on religious principles, and in this battle, killing is not a sin. You are a Kshatriya, there is no sin. So, whatever arguments Arjun put forward in the first chapter, in different verses, Krishna actually refutes Arjun's arguments. So, this is one of them. When Arjun said that, I'll incur sin. No, you won't incur sin. Here, Srila Prabhupada is saying in the purport. You don't incur sin. Okay. So, let's read Leelamrita and we'll stop. Srila Prabhupada's Leelamrita, continuation. So, Srila Prabhupada, if you remember, told Carl Jurgens, let's go to Michael Grant's apartment. So, Carl Jurgens called Michael Grant and they were on the street walking. And Srila Prabhupada said, let's just go. And then this was in the morning, early in the morning. Well, at least for him it was early. And then he was not quite prepared, but they were at the door. So he quickly went and he received them. And then Srila Prabhupada came inside. Carl Jurgens was there and Michael Grant. And Srila Prabhupada needed an apartment to stay, right? So the television was playing with cartoons. And Srila Prabhupada said that this is nonsense, right? It had been playing probably all night. So I'll just read the last one. Mike explained that he was previous to that. Okay. Mike could see that Swamiji was appealing to him for help. Yes, Prabhupada needed accommodation. And as they all sat together on the couch, Mike and Carl quietly nodded in agreement. The Swami was looking at Mike and Mike was trying to think. Right. Srila Prabhupada said that he couldn't go back to the Bowery loft because David was dangerous. David Allen was dangerous. So Mike was like, Mike, David Allen's dangerous? How is that, right? So then Srila Prabhupada said that he was under the influence of drugs and you never know what he would do. He could even kill when he's under the influence of drugs. And then Mike actually began to agree. So he also understood that Srila Prabhupada is appealing that he needed a place to stay. So while this was going on between Srila Prabhupada and Mike, Carl interjected. He said, so how can we help Swamiji? Mike explained that he was a pianist and he had to practice every day. He had 2 pianos, 2 sets of drums, a vibraphone and other instruments right there in his apartment. Musicians were always coming over to practice, and they all played their instruments for hours. Also, he was living with a girl, and there was a cat in the apartment. But Mike promised that he would help find the Swami a new place. Prabhupada thanked him and, along with Carl, stood to leave. Mike felt obligated. He was good at getting things done, and he wanted to do this for the Swami. So the next day, he went to the Village Voice, right? That's the place where all these artists got together. Got the first newspaper off the press, looked through the classified ads until he found a suitable prospect and phoned the landlord. It was a storefront, the famous storefront on 2nd Avenue, and an agent, Mr. Gardiner, agreed to meet Mike there. Carl and the Swami also agreed to come. So we can stop there. We'll find out what happened when they met. So now you understand how Srila Prabhupada ended up on 26 2nd Avenue. First, Srila Prabhupada was actually from Butler. He went to this, what was his name? That yogi? Mr. What was the name of that yogi?
Mishra, Dr. Mishra.
Dr. Mishra, yes. So Srila Prabhupada stayed with Dr. Mishra. Dr. Mishra was feeling very uncomfortable because he saw Srila Prabhupada as he was preaching impersonal philosophy, and he was afraid that his students would get influenced by Srila Prabhupada's philosophy and he would lose. So he would not allow Srila Prabhupada to speak in his classes. And he even moved him to another, room, his office, far away. And in that small room, Srila Prabhupada would conduct classes. At least now he was allowed to speak. Earlier, when he was with Dr. Mishra, he was not even allowed to speak publicly. But now he could. It was his, it was his place, and he could speak. But then, I think that's where his typewriter got stolen and all that, right? Then he met some, again, these young people like hippies, and they suggested that, they were all living in the Bowery. So this Mr. David Allens offered Srila Prabhupada, actually it was not David Allens, it was another person who owned that loft, and he had allowed his friend David Allens to stay in his loft, and he also told Srila Prabhupada he could also move in. So that's how Srila Prabhupada went to the Bowery loft. And there he was holding 3 days a week classes, and people were coming in the morning and in the evening also. Morning every day they would come, and in the evening he was holding classes from 8 to 10 in the night actually. And they would come with their instruments and all that. And Srila Prabhupada was even thinking that maybe he will turn that storefront into a temple. And all of a sudden, one day, this person, David Allens, was still taking drugs. Srila Prabhupada was thinking he's going to initiate him. But yeah, he went crazy one day. He would have attacked Srila Prabhupada. So Srila Prabhupada literally had to run, leaving everything behind. He just had to run for his life. He was on the streets with nobody. And then he called one of his, people who would visit him in the classes, Carl, and he told him, and Carl could understand that this is an emergency. So he quickly went and brought Srila Prabhupada to his own apartment. and he arranged for Srila Prabhupada to give his classes in his apartment. But his wife was not happy, and Srila Prabhupada could sense it. And then he felt that he didn't want to be, discomfort for anyone. So he decided to move out, but where would he go? So he had a talk with Carl, and he said, let's go to Mike. Like that. So now finally, Mike is going to find, he found this 26 2nd Avenue ad. So he's going to meet with the landlord. So we'll see what happens next tomorrow. Thank you all so much. Hare Krishna. All of you have a wonderful day in Krishna consciousness. Srila Prabhupada
Thank
ki
you,
jai.
Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.